Many Chicago residents was waiting for the verdict in the Laquan McDonald case. Now, Laquan McDonald was a young brother that was shot 16 times walking away from cops. Yes, he had a knife on him, but he walked away from them, not attacking them, not coming toward them. This young brother was straight up murdered by this Jason Van Dyke. Now, the 3 other cops that was charged with the case, they got off because they was charging him for covering up. They were set free and they were smiling and happy. Now you got this guy, Jason Van Dyke. He was supposed to be facing a lot of years, but let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Here today, and you've seen the impact that this sentence, this crime has had on Laquan McDonald and his family. You've seen the impact on the Van Dykes and their family and the children. That's the shame. The family are suffering a tremendous amount of pain during this, along with Laquan McDonald's family and loved ones. And I've sat here time and time again, and along with my brother judges that are here in this courtroom, and it's just so senseless that these acts occur because you can see the pain on both sides of the family. And I think Mr. McMahon said it in closing arguments in the case in chief. This is a tragedy for both sides. So this is not easy, and I don't expect it to be easy. My findings are an appropriate sentence would be 81 months in the Illinois Department of Corrections, 2 years mandatory supervised release. Mr. Van Dyke, you have 2 rights I have to inform you of. One, the first right is you have a right to have me reconsider your sentence. That means within 30 days you'd have to file a written document called a motion to reconsider. In that written document, it must contain all the reasons why you want me to reconsider your sentence. If you could not afford an attorney for that motion and you wanted to have one in preparation of it, the state would pay for that attorney. Do you understand that right? You have to answer yes or no, or you don't know. Okay.
Now, let me tell you something here. Think about that. Okay, you heard his sentence. Now, what he was really charged with was he was found guilty at that of second-degree murder and 16 counts of aggravated battery in the egregious shooting death of 17 Laquan McDonald. Think about that. Second-degree murder and 16 counts. Found guilty, and that's all the time he got. Now, once he heard that, they stated that he felt happy. I'm sure you would feel happy when you get out of second-degree murder and 16 counts of aggravated battery. Yeah, I know you're happy because you know good and well you got away with murder, literally. And people in Chicago are sick to their stomach at hearing this verdict, and rightfully so. This is exactly what black folks talk about, that you would never get justice in America as long as these people are running it. You'll never get it. They have a vested interest in murdering black people and letting those get away with it. This guy got a slap on the wrist. And on top of that, he should be walking out of jail in 3 years. On top of that, being convicted of second-degree murder and 16 counts of aggravated battery. Now, there was a brother that killed Hadia Pendleton. Now, Hadia Pendleton was a young sister that went up to the White House at the time period, participated and did a performance, for the Obamas. And then she came back and she was killed. And we reported on that story at that time period. Now, one of the guys that killed Hadia Pendleton, he got 84 years in prison. Now, what he did, he deserved to be in jail. But this guy killed Laquan McDonald, and he gets 81 months. I'll repeat that again. 84 years for the black dude, 81 months for the white guy. Doing the exact same thing. They killed 2 people in different sentences. This is what happens in the so-called criminal justice. It's not a justice system. It is a racist system, okay? Because when you're going to sentence someone based on the color of their skin, it is not at all a justice system. How can any judge sit there and give this short amount of time to this murderer, because he was convicted of it, and also 16 counts? He should have never seen a day out of jail. So Jason Van Dyke, he's going to get out of jail and go back to his little life while he murdered a 17-year-old kid. This is why people are upset. This is why people don't believe in this system. This is why when y'all be talking about standing for the flag, this is why they don't want to do it. You can't get any of the principles of this country at all as a black person. Your life is expendable. And on top of your life being expendable, anytime you try to do things for yourself, you know, here come people like that involved, trying to put their opinion on that, stalking us constantly, listening to what we're talking about. You know, another thing that really bothered me today is when I saw people in the comments, when we have certain code words we're using to describe things in our community, when someone asks in the chat, what does that mean? Stop telling people. Because there are people watching, especially this channel, there are people watching this channel that's not in our circle, okay? So we need to keep the things that we're talking about to ourselves sometime. But y'all quickly say, oh, it means this. Stop doing that. I just want to kind of throw that out there because we have to really, you know, get on code a lot more than what we're doing. They don't go reveal their little code words or hand gestures or anything else to nobody. So you need to stop doing it as well. Now, the family of Laquan McDonald did not get justice, in my opinion. They did not. I mean, for this guy to be happy, and this is the headline on the Chicago Tribune, that he felt happy. He felt happy. That's the main headline. That's who is happy with going to jail. He is, because he know he got away with murder. He said, man, I'm going to sit here and do these 3 years real quick, and I'm out. Y'all ain't going to see me no more. Boy, I tell you, that's sick. Now, they say the people, you know, is upset. They want to do protests, and I mean, that's what they want to do. But my thing is this, let's think a little bit more than that. It's about making moves happen. You need to, when you take an L, you need to assess it all. Okay. You need to say, this judge in this case, his name is Vincent Gaughan. If I'm saying it right, he needs to go immediately. Judges, prosecutors, anybody that's an elected official that don't give you the justice that you should get, you need to write their names down. All of you need to register to vote and strategically vote them out. Start a buy Judge Vincent campaign over there in Chicago, because he's an elected official. So you have to go out there and vote them out. You listen, your local politics is your most important politics. This national election with the president, this judge affects you a lot more than a Donald Trump or anybody else that's the president. This judge right here, your DA, your sheriffs, your alderman, your city council, your mayor, get involved. I know you guys in Chicago coming up with an election for a new mayor. You need to get involved with that. Find out the ones that's looking out for the community, the ones that's really for, you know, change that you're supposed to be, and hold their feet to the fire. And all you guys need to go out and participate in that system to vote. It's just that simple. But this guy definitely needs to get off of the bench. I mean, for him to give this kind of sentence, no. This guy would be spending life in jail with me. I say, because hold on, you got convicted of 16 counts and guilty of murder? Oh, no, that's life sentence. You out of here. It's just that simple. You don't sit up here and shoot somebody that many times. That many times he shot that kid. Come on now, you shot him once or twice. Okay, that's a little different. But you just unloaded, and then we seen the tape. Laquan McDonald hit the ground. He's still shooting, emptying his magazine into this kid. But yet he gets a sentence less than 7 years in prison. And he gonna walk in by 3, because they're gonna factor in the time served as well. Boy, America, America, America. See, people throughout the world, in America, we have a social class system based on color. And if you are a certain color, you can get away with murder. You can, you have the benefit of the doubt. Everybody cries and something happened to you. But if you're not a particular color, then you get the worst of the worst. And the color system is just broken down. And I maybe I should craft that color chart just based off of what I see and how this society operates. But for sure, black people are going to be at the bottom of any color chart that you start, at least in America. So it's sickening. It's sickening. It is really sickening. But, you know, some stories that we reported in the past and some things that we talked about, everything comes to an end. And even what's going on with this case, all that's coming to an end. Trust me, the final chapter is happening right now, whether they realize it or not. The final chapter is happening. And you can't, the same thing don't happen forever. I know it may seem like it do, but the same thing don't happen forever. I mean, everybody that do evil will have their day of judgment. It's just that simple. So just hold your peace. I know some of you want to get out there and do certain things, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm saying for what's effective, you guys need to get out there and vote everybody out, especially this judge. Vote them out. He needs to go. It's just that simple. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story. I mean, this guy was happy at his sentence. There's no brothers I know get off of being convicted of second-degree murder, 16 counts of aggravated assault, and they just go home in 3 years like it's nothing at all.